The evening air was getting colder as the man finished his usual routine of feeding the neighborhood cats. He had been doing this for several months now, always carrying a small bag of cat food with him after work. These street cats had become part of his daily life, and he genuinely cared about their well-being. The routine had started when he first noticed how many hungry cats wandered the streets looking for food scraps. He could not bear to see them struggling, so he made it his mission to help them survive each day. Tonight felt different, though, as he walked slowly back toward his car, parked under the old streetlight. The wind was picking up, and he could feel the temperature dropping with each passing hour. Winter was definitely approaching, and he worried constantly about how the street cats would manage during the harsh months ahead. Many of them were already thin and weak from searching for food in garbage bins and relying on the occasional kindness of strangers. As he approached his vehicle, something caught his attention that made him stop completely. There on his driver's seat was a mother cat sitting calmly with her small kittens nestled close to her body. The car door was slightly open, just enough for them to squeeze inside. The sight was both surprising and touching at the same time. He had never seen anything quite like this before in all his months of helping the neighborhood cats. The man recognized this cat immediately. It was the same one he had fed earlier that afternoon near the corner store. She had always been a bit shy around people, keeping her distance while eating the food he provided. But today she seemed desperate and tired, as if she had been searching for something important all day long. Her eyes met his through the window, and there was something in her expression that looked like a silent plea for help. She was not moving away like she usually did when humans came too close. Looking at her more carefully, the man noticed that she did not look like the typical street cats he was used to seeing. Her fur was surprisingly clean and well-groomed, and her overall appearance suggested that she had once lived in a comfortable home with caring owners. There was a gentleness about her that spoke of a cat who had known love and proper care in the past. Her behavior was different too, more trusting and less fearful than the truly feral cats he encountered during his daily feeding rounds. Curious about her story, the man decided to ask some of the local residents if they knew anything about this particular cat. He knocked on several doors and spoke with people who had lived in the neighborhood for many years. An elderly woman who lived nearby told him the sad truth that explained everything he had observed. The cat had been living in the area for only a few weeks, appearing suddenly one day looking confused and lost. Her previous family had moved to a different city and unfortunately left her behind when they packed up their belongings and drove away. The abandonment had happened right around the time when she was about to give birth to her kittens. The woman explained that she had witnessed the family loading their moving truck and driving off without their pet, leaving her standing in the driveway looking bewildered and scared. The neighbors had noticed her wandering around looking confused and scared during those first few days after being abandoned. Some kind people had tried to help by putting out food and water for her, but nobody was able to take her in permanently due to various circumstances like existing pets, allergies, or landlord restrictions. Everyone felt sorry for her situation, but individual help was limited to occasional meals and kind words. The weather had been getting progressively colder each day, and everyone was worried about how she and her newborn babies would survive the harsh winter months that were approaching quickly. The local community had discussed trying to find her a permanent home, but their efforts had not been successful so far. Many people wanted to help, but lacked the resources or ability to take on the responsibility of caring for a mother cat and her kittens. The mother cat had somehow found her way into his car because it offered her exactly what she needed most. The interior was warmer than the cold concrete and provided a safe enclosed space where she could protect her vulnerable kittens from the wind and rain that had started falling that evening. She seemed to understand that this particular car belonged to the man who had shown her kindness by feeding her regularly over the past few weeks. Standing there beside his car, the man realized that this was not just a coincidence. The mother cat had made a deliberate choice to bring her babies to him. She was asking for his help in the only way she knew how, using her instincts and intelligence to identify someone who might provide the safety her family needed. Her instincts told her that he was someone who cared about animals and might be willing to provide the safety and care that her family desperately needed to survive. The decision was not difficult for him to make. He knew he could not leave them there to face the cold night alone. Very gently, he gathered up the mother cat and her kittens, being careful not to frighten them or cause any stress during the process. The mother cat remained calm throughout, as if she understood that she was finally safe and in good hands after weeks of uncertainty and fear. Back at his home, the man prepared a quiet and comfortable area where the cat family could rest and recover from their ordeal. He provided fresh water, nutritious food suitable for a nursing mother, and soft blankets to keep them warm throughout the night. The mother cat seemed relieved and grateful to be indoors where her babies would be protected from all the dangers of street life. Over the following days, the man watched as the mother cat began to relax and trust her new environment completely. She was clearly a loving and devoted parent, always making sure her kittens were clean, fed, and safe. The kittens grew stronger each day, becoming more active and playful as they gained weight and confidence in their secure surroundings. What started as a simple act of feeding street cats had transformed into something much more meaningful and rewarding. The man had gained not just pets, but a real family that brought joy and purpose to his daily routine. The mother cat had found exactly what she was searching for during those difficult weeks, a permanent home where she and her children could live without fear or hunger. This rescue story shows us how animals often choose their rescuers just as much as rescuers choose them. The mother cat could have hidden anywhere in the neighborhood, but she specifically chose to bring her babies to someone who had already proven his kindness through his regular feeding routine. Sometimes the most beautiful rescue stories happen when we least expect them, right in our own neighborhoods. If this heartwarming story has touched your heart and inspired you to think about pet rescue, please share your ideas for kitten names in the comments section below. Your engagement helps us continue sharing these important rescue stories that highlight the special bond between humans and animals. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing rescue stories that prove every animal deserves love, care, and a safe place to call home.